Hey guys, how's it going? It's Janie over here at JaniesSweets. Welcome back to another Friday Fixes episode where you ask me okay questions and I do my best to answer them for you. Today's episode isn't one that was technically requested. However, I still thought it would be fun to film for you guys. You guys are going to get an inside look into how I like to run my small baking business from home. I have been dying to film something like this for you guys. I just didn't know exactly how I wanted to set it up. So what I'm going to do is show you guys exactly what I do every single day, because there's way more to running a business than just having a set of skills and then selling that set of skills to your customers, right? I'm sure you guys have learned this the hard way by now, and if you clicked on this video, I'm sure that's why you're trying to figure out what exactly do you do, when you're doing this. When I first started baking, it was just a hobby. I never thought about selling not even one cake to a client, right? I didn't think about this at all. It wasn't until way later on when I thought, you know what, I'm really good at this. I probably could make some money off of this. So I did it the wrong way. Okay, I started off by just selling my cakes. I had no rhyme or reason, I had no flow in the business. I never had a system that worked for me. I never even thought about looking up a system that worked for me. So this is what I'm going to show you. You're gonna get a look into what I do from Monday until Saturday when the orders are picked up. The week that I just filmed is, I wanna say, on the lighter side. I only had one cake due that week. Nevertheless, I still wanted to show you guys everything I do, so I would follow that same process no matter how many cakes I had. I'm gonna show you guys without further ado how that week looks like. But before we get started, I do want to take a couple of minutes to thank Melio for sponsoring today's video. If you don't know who Melio is, they are a free business-to-business online payment platform. So basically, they take all of the hassle out of your accounts payable process. They make the entire process super easy for you guys. I'm going to explain to you guys exactly what they do and why I love them in just a sec. So here are a couple of reasons why I really love Melio and the service they provide. The number one reason is, honestly, you guys, it's free to use. You would think such an awesome product like that would come at a cost, but no, it's completely free to use. You don't need to pay a sign-up fee. You don't need to pay a monthly subscription. You don't pay anything, but best of all, your vendor doesn't even pay anything when they receive their payment. So your vendor can choose how they want to be paid, and it's at no cost to them. They can either choose a bank transfer or they can get a check mailed to them. Now the second thing is that you get to choose how you'd like to pay them, either again by a bank transfer or you can use a credit card. Now there is a 2.9% fee if you want to use the credit card feature. However, this may be worth it to some of you guys, and here's why. Melio lets you pay your vendors with a credit card even if your vendor does not accept credit card. This is really awesome. Let's just say, for example, you have points or cashback incentives or mileage that you want to redeem with your card. You get to use your card with Melio, pay the vendor, they get their money however they choose, but you still get to redeem those points. The second reason why it's really cool that you can use your credit card, honestly, you guys, the kind of business that we're in is a little bit fickle when it comes to, getting paid and stuff like that. Sometimes you have a lot of orders and you make a lot of money. However, you don't see that money right away. You might see that money months later. For example, if you're making wedding cakes, people tend to book those like a year or so in advance. So using your credit card, you still get a little bit of a leeway to pay it back, because most credit cards will give you either a 30-day or 40-day window where you get to pay them and you don't get any fees for that. So you get to take advantage of that, and the vendor gets paid however they want to get paid. You can also pre-select the date that you would like your payment to go out using their calendar. So in my case, this is really awesome. I don't have to keep thinking about it. I just select the date way in advance and then Melio does the rest. My favorite feature, however, is the QuickBooks integration. Guys, I'm a geek when it comes to all things accounting, and I love QuickBooks. I've been using QuickBooks for years now. So having the QuickBooks integration means that I don't have to do dual data entry. Everything that's in my QuickBooks already ready, it's transferred straight over to Melio and I'm good to go. And lastly, when you do eventually decide to expand your business and delegate some of your work to them, you can add users at absolutely no cost, and you can set up their rules and their permissions and all that good stuff. So these are just some of the reasons why I love Melio, and I think the service they provide, it's definitely worth its weight in gold. So if you guys are at all interested in trying out Melio for your business, definitely check out the link I will provide to you guys in the description box below. You'll be directed right to their website where you can start a free account and start paying your bills with Melio at no cost whatsoever. And if you guys do decide to give them a try, come back and let me know in the comment section below what you guys thought of them. I love hearing your feedback. Now let's go back to today's video. I'm going to show you guys what I do every single day from Monday until Saturday when the order is picked up. Bye for now. I'll see you on Monday. What's up guys, how's it going? Happy Monday, happy money making Monday, as my friend Malik would say. Yeah, so today's Monday. It's normally not a very busy baking day for me. Most of the cakes that I make, they're due on Saturdays, sometimes on Sunday or on Friday, but mostly on Saturday. So you're not gonna catch me baking a cake, icing a cake, doing anything related to making a cake on Mondays usually, unless I have a very busy week, which this week we do not have, thank goodness, because I worked myself to death the past couple of weeks. So yeah, I needed that break. We're gonna get right to it because my kids are asleep right now, and as you guys know, I have a very limited amount of time to get everything I need to get done. I'm gonna call Monday the admin day. This is when I'm going to be paying my bills. This is when I'm going to be checking my emails, responding to people, inquiries. Like, I do all of the computer techie stuff on Monday. I'm gonna walk you guys through how that looks like for me. The first thing that I do is I normally plan out my week, right? So you can do this on your phone, but I have this really pretty planner that my best friend gifted me, and I plan out the week. So everything I'm gonna do that week, I'm gonna write it down. I kind of work backwards, so from when the cake is due up until today, which is Monday, and then I see like what I have to do every day. So the first thing I do is, because I do also, like, I do always put it on my phone, I'll go through my calendar, and then I'll see whose cake is due, you know, that weekend. I've had this accordion folder since 2016, as you can see, 2016, and those are all my order forms. If you've seen my cake contract video, you see how I do this process and all of that. So once I finish the contract, I put it in here, and it's in alphabetical order, and it makes it super easy for me to retrieve. So the first thing I normally do here is I look to see if there's anything that I need to order ahead. That's the first thing I look at, because I need to order it ahead, because that has happened where, you know, you forget to order something. So that's the first thing I do, and I see that I don't need to order anything ahead. Nothing is crazy fancy or anything like that. Okay, so it's a pretty straightforward cake. So we are going to turn around. We're gonna go through the planner and then get all of that situated. Once my week is planned, this was very easy and painless. It didn't take me much time at all. I go ahead and jump into my emails. Now, I'm pretty good at keeping up with my emails. I don't know if it's a good thing or a bad thing. I'm always on my phone, and my email's on my phone, so I tend to respond quickly. But sometimes you think you answered someone but you didn't, or sometimes the answer that the person is looking for is a little bit more drawn out, something that you need to put a little bit more thought into. So I like to go through on Mondays and make sure that I did answer all of my emails. I didn't miss anyone, especially because I do more than just baking. I also do YouTube. There are some brand content and stuff like that that I need to respond to, so I make sure that I'm on top of everything. If you have clients that email you, all that stuff, you need to make sure that you're on top of it. The next thing that I do on Mondays is I normally order things. Like I said, if I had anything that I needed to order ahead of time, like a topper, a figurine, anything like that, something I needed to outsource, I would make sure I do that first thing on Monday, because I want to make sure that it gets to me on time, right? Like if I needed to order something on Amazon, even if you have Prime, sometimes it takes more than 2 days. So that's usually what I'll do on Monday. But for this particular cake, I don't have anything that I need to order. I just have a topper that I can just trace out and cut out myself, so that's what I'm going to do. So we're just gonna move on from that and move right to the second thing. I saw this quote and it just spoke to me. It says, if you don't work on your business, you're gonna spend your life working in your business. And what that means is you need to do the things that are going to be behind the scenes that are going to help your business elevate and grow. That might mean working on your website, updating the pictures on your website. That might mean working on an automated system to order. You know, if you don't like the way that people are placing orders, maybe you want to work on a different system to do that. Just so many things that are behind the scenes but that are going to help you grow your business. In my case, this is when I will work on videos. I will edit videos or record videos on the days that I'm not busy and I don't have many orders. But what you can do if you don't make videos or content is create content for your social media for advertising. You can go through anything that you order in bulk to see how low you're running, you know, to see if you need to order anything else. So you don't always have to be doing things that are related to making cakes. You can work on the business in different ways. Okay, now that all that's done, I'm gonna quickly jump into my favorite part of admin day, which is the bookkeeping part. Now, you guys may or may not know, if you saw my how I got started video, my background is in accounting. That's what I went to school for. That's what I worked in my corporate job for a very long time until I decided to focus on JaniesSweets full time. So I have a very soft spot in my heart for all things accounting, bookkeeping, all that stuff. Like, I really enjoy doing that. I understand that this may be intimidating to a lot of people, especially if you're not from an accounting background or you've never like kept your books or done any of that stuff. Like, you know what you know, which is your business, but then you don't know any of the numbers and all that side. For those of you guys who do not understand what bookkeeping is, it's pretty much making sure that the money coming into your business matches the money going out. You have enough money coming in that's going to support the money that's going out, right? You want to make sure that your bills are paid on time, but you also want to make sure that people are paying you on time, especially if it's like a couple $1,000s order. They're gonna pay you in increments, so you want to make sure that you're on top of it, making sure that they're paying you on time, that you're receiving the money, that you know you're allocating the money where it needs to go, all that fun stuff. So to me, at least, it's fun. I use QuickBooks to do all of that. I really enjoy QuickBooks. I actually did work for a company right out of college that used QuickBooks, and that's how I started using it, and I fell in love with it ever since. So that's the software I use. You could use whatever software you prefer, or honestly, you guys, just plain old pen and paper will do as well. All I do is I just quickly look back at my calendar, make sure that I didn't miss anything, make sure that, again, I look at the order form and there's nothing that I missed on there. Then I place my order form back where it belongs, because I have misplaced order forms before. Put it back in here, and this go back where it belongs. This gets closed for now, and we are done for today. What's up, guys? Happy Wednesday. So today is my baking day. I normally bake all of my cakes on Wednesdays, whether I have 1 order or 15 orders. I'll bake everything on Wednesday. Yesterday, Tuesday, all I did was go to the grocery store and get all the ingredients that I needed. Nothing fancy, that's why I didn't bother filming that. And yeah, so today I'm in my cake kitchen. That's what I like to call it. This is in my basement. We have like a separate kitchen for my cakes and a separate kitchen kitchen for, you know, everyday use. This is great for cottage food law. I know I'm so lucky and thankful that I'm able to have this. Back in Jersey, I had to rent out a commercial kitchen. It was a hot mess. I couldn't do it at, you know, in the house. So yeah, so that's all I do. Normally when I'm baking, I'm listening to a podcast or, you know, watching a YouTube video. So that's what I'm doing right now. And yeah, so I'm just gonna finish baking those and then pop them in the fridge, and that is it for today. Welcome back, welcome back. Today is Thursday. This is honestly the busiest day for me. I know that most of the cakes are due on Saturdays. However, I like to have them ready 2 days ahead of time. And I'm gonna tell you why. And that's if I can, let's be honest. Like, this doesn't always happen. Sometimes I'm literally finishing the cake as the client is pulling into the driveway. However, on a good week, I would prefer to have this, you know, step done 2 days prior, because the day before, if something can go wrong, it will go wrong. Like 9 times out of 10. I try not to leave things for last minute. That's why Thursdays are my busiest days. So if somebody can watch my children, that's great. I have the entire day to work. Otherwise, I really am grinding at 2, 3 o'clock in the morning sometimes on Thursday, finishing the cake. So for this particular cake, there's no fondant happening, no fondant going on. So I'm just gonna crumb coat it, ice it, and then decorate it today. Now, the really cool thing about having a home bakery is that you can kind of work at any time. In this footage, like right now, as you're looking, it was, I think, I want to say almost 1 or 2 a.m. right? I just have my projector lights going. That's why it's not dark down in the basement. But yeah, it was pretty late. And that's the advantage of having your own bakery that, you know, you own. You're not doing it for someone or out of somebody's business. You can work however late you want to work. So I'm just gonna keep going, decorate everything, and then put that in the fridge to sit. Happy Friday, guys. Today is picture day. The cake is done. I try to get pictures in the daylight, so I like to go outside to get the best possible lighting. So I just use a construction, like a poster board, one at the bottom, one in the back, and then I just take my pictures that way. I use my phone. I used to use a DSLR camera, but my phone is really good, you guys. I'll show you guys the final picture that I came up with. And this is it. So yeah, there's nothing really crazy fancy that I do on picture day. I just honestly just take the picture that way and edit it using Lightroom, and yeah, that's it. So this is it, guys. This is the end of the week. After I take pictures of the cake, I will normally just box it up, put it in the fridge, and wait for the client to pick it up. You always have to have the contract with you when you are either delivering the cake or they're picking it up, and they sign off and then they're on their merry way. So I hope you have enjoyed this video. I hope this gave you a little bit of an insight and what it's like to run a small bakery from home, you know, like what you can do to plan out your week so that you're not stressed out. Like I said, I have 2 children that I stay with full time, and then when they're sleeping, either napping or sleeping at night, that's when I work. So I don't have much time, which I'm pretty sure so many of you guys don't as well. So this can give you kind of like an idea of how to set up your week for success. This was a more typical week. I normally don't have more than 1 or 2 orders during the week. Sometimes I don't have any, which I welcome the break sometimes, but other times I really go overboard and I'll take like maybe 3 or 4 orders depending on how big they are and how complex and complicated they're gonna be. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know what you thought was interesting that I do differently from your business, or how you do things in your business. I know we're all super busy. Most of us have another job, like a full-time job. This is something we do part-time. Hopefully the way that I structured this, the way that I explained this makes sense to you, and you're gonna implement some of these things. Again, a big thank you to Melio for sponsoring today's video. If you do decide to try them out, don't forget, I have the link that I will leave for you guys in the description box below. So yeah, that's it, you guys. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, share it with your friends and family. It would mean the world to me if you subscribe to the channel so that you do not miss out on any of my future videos. I am on Instagram as well as on Facebook. All of my socials are at JanieSweets. That's it for this week's video, you guys. I love you. I'll see you in the next one.